This is Zoe Pineapple with a fall spectacular. Today's special guest is Harry Truman. So Harry, how did you take the step from vice president to president?
Well,
Harry, President Roosevelt is dead.
my first thoughts were for Eleanor Roosevelt, for her husband had just died. Is there anything I could do for you?
No, but is there anything I can do for you? For you in trouble now. Franklin Roosevelt had been president for a little more than 12 years. Then he died. For Truman or anyone else to be successful would be a mighty task. Roosevelt had brought the country through the Great Depression and won the war in Europe. But Japan still remained to be tamed, and communism already seemed to be threatening the steadiness of the war world.
Back to the present. Mary Jane, what are you doing here? That's my sister.
John, I think it's about time that Harry goes to Sunday school. Hi,
I'm Harry.
I'm Elizabeth, but you can call me Bessie.
Okay, what's for stack? Honey, I heard there's some really good education and independence.
Yeah, I think we should, yeah, and our kids really need good education.
Especially Mary Jane.
What happened this time?
I slammed my toe on slide door because my mom told me we were moving.
Nice.
Yeah, cut it off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give you a plastic toe.
Oh no.
Come on, let's get the medicine in here to make him fall asleep. Never mind. All better. Okay, class. Today you're gonna write a report on your favorite president.
Ooh, my favorite president is Andrew Jackson. He's cool.
Alright, you can do him.
At parent-teacher conferences.
Harry has a very unique interest in history.
Yeah, he also practices 2 hours a day without messing up on the piano.
Nice. Well, yeah, he is a very smart boy compared to the 11 boys and 30 girls in his class.
Is it the same in the high school too?
Yeah, I afraid so.
Senior year at high school at home. Honey, I lost our money. We're completely broke. Back to the present.
And we're back. So, Harry, what was the basic life of your presidency?
Well, it was really hard, but I think the hardest part was when people thought I was an accidental president.
Let's take a look at that. Hi, I'm from Newsweek magazine, and I'm taking a survey of 50 people for who they want for president. And you're the 50th contestant. So who do you want for president, Truman or Dewey?
I want Dewey for sure. If Truman became an accidental, if Truman was a president, he'd be an accidental president. And I don't even think he wants to be a president.
All right. Well, let's tally him up. 50 for Dewey, 0 for Truman. That must be tragic for Truman.
Well, that was tragic, but maybe not as tragic as when I had to drop the bomb on Hiroshima. What are you making, Scientist Maggie?
It's the first atomic bomb.
Can I have it?
I'll get back to you on it.
Oh, come on. I need to drop it on Japan.
Well, look, we still have to test it, where people are not, so people don't die.
Ooh, I know. Pick me.
Harry?
Algamrato, New Mexico. On July 26, 1946, the Allied leaders set an ultimatum choice to the Japanese. The alternative to surrender in prompt and utter destruction. But the Japanese didn't know about the atomic bomb, so they didn't see any reason to surrender. Truman was faced with one of the most demanding choices ever made by a president, whether or not to use the atomic bomb. If he did, he'd be the first to use a weapon more deadly than anything else ever created.
But if he did, hundreds of thousands of men might die in the planned invasion of Japan. Although he feared the consequences, Truman decided to use a bomb. When August 6th came, the attack on Hiroshima didn't get the Japanese to surrender. Truman ordered a second bomb dropped on Nagasaki 3 days after the first. On August 10th, the Japanese asked for peace and World War II was over. As one war ended, however, another one started. The Cold War between the United States and the Soviets began. Truman began at a great disadvantage because Roosevelt had never included him in his policy development meetings. Truman wasn't even briefed on the atomic bomb program until after he was sworn in as president. As a result, Truman had to learn about being a president in a hurry. His first important test came in July 1945 when he traveled to Berlin suburb of Boston. The division roughly corresponded to the troop position at the end of the war. Although Germany capital of Berlin fell entirely within the Soviet zone, it also divided 4 sectors, one for each Allied power.
Okay.
Do you have anything to do with the Truman Doctrine? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think so. Truman.
What is a doctrine anyway?
It's a set of rules.
Rules for what?
Rules that we live by.
So before you have that flashback of yours, where did the first conflict of the Cold War take place?
The Mediterranean Sea. Now I can have my flashback. Thank you. So, what are you trying to point out?
I'm trying to point out that Greece and Turkey's government treat them very, very harshly.
I don't care if they treat them harshly. The U.S. has to check the spread influence of the Soviets. March 13th, 1947. I'm here to explain my policy, fellow people, for the containment of communism, the speech that I'm delivering to the communists. In order to justify this 400 million ad request for Greece and Turkey, therefore, I'm arguing that the United States must guarantee help for every nation that is fighting communist menace.
Well, what are we supposed to call it? The Truman Doctrine or something?
I like it. Let's go with that.
So, hey, where and when were you born?
I was born in a basement frame house in the small town of Lamar, Missouri, May 8th, 1884.
Alright, so, I understand that you and Beth met each other in Sunday school.
Yes.
What if I told you we brought her here today?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Well, we didn't.
Yeah. I told you she's here. Hi, Bess. How's Margaret, our daughter?
Hi.
I think my parents, Maddie and John, died.
So sad.
Bye.
Bye. Is it true that you were probably the last president that will graduate?
Won't graduate.
Yeah.
I think so. I think the rest will graduate. Because I am the 44th president. There's probably not many that will. 33rd, sorry. Okay. I think the rest will graduate.
OMG! Karen killed Truman!
No, you didn't.
Yeah, the news probably did that. Anyways, it's so bad that Harry Truman died a day after Christmas! A day! It's Christmas! I can't believe it! United States President Harry Truman section by David Robert. Childhood of President Harry Truman by Arthur M. Singleton Jr. Harry, thank you for watching Harry S. Truman! Woohoo!
And then, this is a really fantastic action.
Bye!